calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Franks now. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A 1st down throw. Here's Franks. This is complete to Hawkins. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, it's Hawkins. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes the 7th play in this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Franks. Oh, now it's stripped. He loses the football. And the Jags grab it. The 40. 20. 10. 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Eluding the pressure right. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. It's Franks now from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pen. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise to be calm. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. On play action, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on. It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Scarborough. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, that's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out. And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they? 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Setting up play action. Franks. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And some room to maneuver. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 36-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Franks. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Franks. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with Etienne. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Brett, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From midfield now, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Amari Cooper. As the first half is winding down. And the Jags would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he spins free.
Wrap up.
Still moving. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. On first down, Hawkins. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On first down, here's Franks. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. K'Lavon Chason. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They run the counter. It's Hawkins. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Off the play fake, here's Franks. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Scarborough. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Franks looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gardner. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, Franks. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Lawrence's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, They'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on it man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Lawrence. Shark's got it, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They go play action with Franks. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks. And they did that in the first half, you know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Franks. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That second down play nets a -4. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They run the counter. It's Hawkins. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I won't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. On 2nd down now, it's Hawkins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 70 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long distance.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally put him into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Oh, yeah.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Hit as as he throws there, incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
To return, here's Agnew. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that ball is caught by D.J. Chark for the Jags touchdown. D.J. Chark. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.